Hi, and welcome to Thinking Out Loud podcast. My name is Jendrek.
My name's Masha.
And we are English teachers who run conversation classes.
We are.
Right?
Yes.
Great. Fine. And who is this podcast for?
We have no idea.
Well, the point is that it's actually for students, let's say students of English who are more or less intermediate,
And why would they be interested in listening to something like this? If they're intermediate, it means that they can listen to something they're really into.
Yeah, but, since the majority of them are our students, they know us. It's fun listening to your teachers.
So it's very niche podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I have always been searching for a podcast I could clearly recommend. Because I recommend listening. I think listening is all fully important, people. And it doesn't matter what you're listening to. It could be us, it could be whatever.
Yeah, but taking into account,
important.
It is. Nobody denies that. Nobody is arguing with this. But when you have, how busy people are today, and when you have only 1 hour on your way to work or back home to listen to something, why would you choose us?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, just because we are fun,
Are we?
And we guarantee fun that no one else guarantees,
Oh my God, that's ambitious. Right. You're getting more and more ambitious with each episode, and you're getting bolder, Is it the
I guess
awfully huge success of the show that makes it so bold?
Well, definitely, if it wasn't popular, I wouldn't be so bold, But the point is that our language is supposedly easier to comprehend, and supposedly is there an outage?
There was something. Yeah. So the last thing I heard, our language is supposedly easy to understand, and supposedly.
And what did I say actually? And supposedly.
It wasn't an outage, listeners. It was just Jendrek losing his train of
I forgot, Fine. So before we get down to the thinking out loud proper, please remind me what year is it and which century?
It's 2022. Is it the 21st century?
And it's the 21st century, and we still have to worry about electricity, This is crazy. I mean, it's like, this is bizarre, I have to ask you whether, there's electricity at your place. Guys, we are recording this, if you don't know, across the continent. I'm in France. I'm in a very small town in the south of France called Manosque. And I'm sitting here in what is a very small co-working office, and I'm actually renting a former bathroom. But I feel cozy here. And there's no toilet, if you're asking. No toilet anymore. But still, there are some tiles on the wall. So it's, and what about you, Masha? Where are you?
I'm in Ukraine, in the middle of nowhere, in some God-forgotten village, in my country house. And I constantly worry about not having electricity, because our energy system is now under attack. And from time to time, we get this, outages.
Yes.
And the last one I had was this morning. And actually, the funny thing is, you said we have to worry about electricity. You would be laughing. I got a link today from a student, and she found a really nice, we don't know what it is in English. It's called burzhuika in Russian. It's basically a stove you can install. It's transportable. You can install it in your flat. The only thing you need to do, you need to make a hole in your wall for the pipe,
Mhm.
for the smoke to go out.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's actually nice. It looks nice and affordable. I'm thinking of, buying one for
And
myself.
what do you burn inside?
Well,
Wood or
it can be
coal?
wood, or now we have different, they're called pallets. I don't even know what's this in
Right,
English,
pallet. All
some.
right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And because there is, it's very likely that I'm gonna need it if I move back to Kiev.
All right. Are you planning?
We're planning is the word is not in our
Yeah,
vocabulary.
it's not in the vocabulary. Yes, it's not in the vocabulary.
Of
Yeah,
an average
it's crazy,
Ukrainian.
crazy times. But I like the name Burjuika,
Буржуйка.
because it makes you feel
What's it in
like
Polish?
well, it sounds pretty comprehensible to me. Burjuika. It's like it means that you now belong to the bourgeoisie. Because your flat is warm.
Is warm. Yeah.
Yeah. Great, I like that. Even though I guess I'm just imagining just drilling this hole in the wall and just letting this smoke. You don't care what's happening to it. It's just your flat is warm.
Yeah, you must survive.
Yes. All right. Speaking of there was something on my mind I wanted to say. I just lost the track of my thought. Yeah, because you asked why should people choose us to listen, and there are many factors at play, and our voices and the conversation that is totally unscripted and so on. I don't know, it might actually be interesting.
So is any podcast. Unscripted, people just know the topic in advance. We don't, but it doesn't make it more interesting.
Linguistically, yes, I think. All right. There was another thing I wanted to say. Yeah. Okay. Great. Speaking about because we are spanning the continent. I get it. I recovered my thought. We are spanning the continent, the European continent, and it's absolutely amazing if you think about it. That like two people living in the middle of nowhere in France and the middle of nowhere in Ukraine, and we are able to connect thanks to what a little bit of equipment like basic microphone and electricity. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic what's happening. So and this adds to that feeling that hey, this creates the whole atmosphere of this podcast. Well, people may not know it, but for us, it's fantastic, to span this continent and have a conversation just like you were sitting next to me. All right, that's just a thought.
Doesn't add the appeal, it doesn't add to the appeal.
Well, to me at least, at least to me. All right,
that's why we have only one listener. This is
yeah. Great. Masa, time to go to the thinking out loud proper, what I call proper thinking, So let's go there. And there's always, the first thing to decide who's asking who.
Today it's you because I'm not prepared.
All right, you're not prepared. Okay, great. And it's not like I'm prepared, but there is something I want to explore, one concept I want to explore. And I guess it's very 21st century like.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So my question to you in round one, let me play that.
Round one.
That's
Are children serious? What do you think? These small people, as we call them, they are called children.
Of course, they're dead serious. They believe in Santa. They believe in actors. They think that these people are not actors. My son, until I don't know what age, probably even 7, he believed that these are real people. And there's somebody running around, along them and recording all this.
And you call that being serious?
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago we discussed being naive, and
but being
now we look
naive,
at,
they're not joking.
well, you believe in
they're
Santa.
not pulling your
you're...
leg. They are dead serious about it. This is their world, where many things are real, and they truly believe in it.
So
In
what
this
does it mean to
regard,
be
they're
serious?
serious.
I mean,
being serious means not joking.
Not joking, because they're not joking, even if the problem is small, but to them it's unsurmountable. It's
Are you contrasting it with
Jesus.
responsible? You say they're irresponsible, not serious. This?
No, yeah, exactly. I mean, they are not responsible, first thing. Second thing, their problems are, let's be honest, small problems, right? Of small people.
To
like,
you. To you,
well, to
but
me,
not to them.
Yeah,
but not to them.
Sure. If my son is hungry, to him it's the end of the world. He thinks he's going to die in a moment.
Yeah.
And that's why he's screaming like crazy. I'm talking about a 6-month-old baby.
And this is a serious problem for him. It's not serious for you, but he's of course serious about it. That's what he believes in. That they don't take things seriously, maybe. They don't take things seriously, like education, I don't know, hygiene. They haven't learned their lessons yet. That's it. One day they will take it seriously.
Yeah, like brushing teeth and so on. Yeah, you're right. Could a clown be serious?
It's a funny thing that most of the time, clowns, originally clowns were, what were they named? Jester, Joe, what was it? Every king had Joker? This. Yeah, a jester or a joker. Every king had one. And this was the person, the only person in the court who could afford to be serious, actually. Not serious, but who could afford to basically say what perhaps he thought. Yeah,
to be honest, to
point
speak
to this, to address the elephant, not to address, but to say, there is an elephant in the room. Of course, it was nobody took him seriously, or maybe they did. Maybe it was just unspoken rules that it's all a show, like he's a joker, but at the same time everybody knew that what he's saying is actually,
I think the point is that if you're a joker, then you sort of mix the funny with the serious, and you could always defend yourself saying that, hey, I was just joking, so but so you never know what's a joke and what's not. And I guess
I was joking. This is this phrase you hear after somebody realized that he has gone too far. It's come on, I was just joking, but everybody knows that he wasn't.
Yeah.
So are they serious? I think they deal with things that are too serious in a funny way,
Yeah.
Something like this. And for some people, mentally, it's easier to handle such things, through humor, maybe.
I'm thinking about like because normally, what do you think, or what do you have in mind when you think about someone serious? What comes to your mind?
There's a
How does
businessman wearing a
a
suit.
businessman? Exactly.
Yeah, not, everything is serious. Time is money,
Mhm.
and no time to fool around.
Is
Let's
it
get
actually
down to
serious?
business.
Yeah. But is it actually serious? I mean, if you have people like that, or politicians with straight faces and speaking, in
You mean there is no time for fun in their lives? Yeah, they're so serious and busy.
Mhm.
Mm.
And my question is like a meta question, but is it actually serious to be that dead serious?
What?
Yeah, I mean, let's
What does it even mean? Is it serious to be that serious?
I mean, look, life is what it is, and to treat it super seriously, like that, businessman or that person that we normally associate with being serious. I think this is funny, you know what I mean, and this is the paradox.
It's not funny, it's pathetic.
It's okay, yeah, it's pathetic to be so dead serious all the time, right? When life is
So much fun.
well, so much fun, yeah, but you know what, listen to that, there's my favorite French weekly, and this week they write about what is called overpopulation, I think, because in this November, we are going to hit 8 billion people. Our planet is going to hit this number, and there's a conversation about having children, not having children, and there's a huge report published by the United Nations, with those projections saying that in 2050 there's going to be, I guess, something like I don't want to lie, but something like we are going to hit 8. Okay, so much more. Okay, I can't, but in 20 in the 22nd century, at the beginning of the 22nd century, that means the year 2100, there's going to be 10 billion people on the planet, according to the projections. And because of such reports, some people decide not to have kids. So honestly, I mean,
they take it too seriously.
I mean, they take it too seriously. I mean, how can you take the United Nations seriously? I mean, this organization and everything they publish. I mean, this is just, some sort of a bureaucratic.
We have a name now for the UN. You know what we call them here in Ukraine? The Organization of Concerned Nations.
Yeah.
They're always concerned. They express their concern.
What I'm kind of driving at is that, this is a serious problem, I think, this overpopulation. I think if there are too many people, it affects, of course, everything, including climate and security, everything, absolutely everything. But at the same time, I am unable to treat it seriously, like, to be dead serious and terrified because of this potential risk of there being too many people. So
you don't approve of what's Greta
Thunberg.
Yeah.
But Greta is another thing. I mean, she's all about
very
but
serious.
She's talking about overpopulation too.
Well, I think it's a part of the problem.
She's so dead serious, this is what
and she's a
actually
child.
Something that and children are dead serious, he said. That's why. But I think, the whole point of being adult, of actually becoming an adult, is to detach yourself from well, no, I don't know what I want to say. Detach yourself from reality.
No, I think I understand what you're trying to say.
You have
when
to rise
when you
above.
go into different extremes, like one day you discover as a child that you the meat you eat, it's not actually just a piece of something, it's a dead animal,
Yeah,
and you become a vegan.
yeah.
Or you live every day as if tomorrow never comes. These are
Mhm,
extreme situations when you take something too seriously,
mhm.
and this is funny.
And this is super funny, and I think that such decisions, such people end up being actually funny, not serious, even though they're super serious, super concerned, and try to react rationally.
Because it's grotesque, right?
It's grotesque. Yeah, it's grotesque, exactly.
And this is funny.
And
Grotesque is
this is
always,
funny.
it's funny.
I mean, if you, I mean, it's not funny if you're in the middle of the crowd like that. But if you take a step back and you look at them, you say, "This is funny." I mean, what you're doing, people, this is totally funny.
Yeah, but then again, it's also relative. What is the healthy response to something like this? And when it's already extreme, how
You
serious, how
mean,
responsible should you be
yeah.
if you are concerned with, climate change? What do you think are
Mhm.
appropriate, healthy steps, golden, what is it, medium steps?
Yeah, the
Not
happy medium.
extreme,
Yeah.
the happy medium.
Mhm.
Who knows? I'm
Yeah,
sure
but
Greta thinks that we're not doing enough.
but exactly. But since I think such knowledge is very hard to get by. Um, are you going to listen to the United Nations again? Are you going to listen to yet another organization or another expert? I mean, who to trust? At the end of the day, I mean, you have to, I don't know, you have to make your own decision, And I'm not criticizing people who don't want to have kids. Fine, this is totally private decision. You decide. You have your priorities, you have your concerns, and so on. But simply basing your decision of not having kids on a UN report, I think it's silly. However serious that report is, and there are numbers, statistics, projections, and so on.
But you don't need a UN report to understand. This is just, obvious that there's going to be more and more people if we keep bringing more and more children into this world. So some people, they don't even need a report. They don't even need, these projections.
Yeah, but then you can ask, why should I resign from having kids and not, someone else? Can someone
Yeah.
else do it?
But, it's like, why should I vote? My one vote doesn't make a difference. It's always, a mass,
Yeah, I know.
So
There's the story about um what's the name of that bird? The small one uh that has a big, like a long beak. It's a colibri. It's
the
colibri in
smallest
Polish,
bird, the smallest bird in the
Yeah.
smallest bird, colibri in Russian. I'm not
All right.
good
That's.
at.
I hope our listeners get the point, But there's a story, that there's a fire in the forest, and
Mhm.
this small bird is bringing like one drop of water, to
Uh-huh.
put out the fire. And
Uh-huh.
someone's laughing like, "Hey, oh, you will never put out this fire." Yeah, but I do my fair share. If you do
Uh-huh.
the same, we're gonna put it out. And I guess that's it. I mean, you look at the problem of overpopulation in this case from
Yes.
your personal perspective. So on the one hand, not having kids, of course, not having kids for you, for your family, means nothing in that global perspective. But if more people think the same, makes a difference. But still, I think that's being overly concerned about. Sorry, no, this is totally politically incorrect. But being overly concerned about anything, climate, overpopulation, whatever problems we have, simply funny.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have people like Nelson Mandela, like Mother Teresa.
But these people were actually, I don't know, because we have to separate their public role,
Image?
let's say,
Role.
image, and role, and their private life. Maybe I bet Mandela was a funny guy,
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's not that, but you will not argue that they were overly concerned, and that's why they became idols or heroes.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say is that reality is so complex that no one can actually grasp it, no one. And what is
this
left
is the good ending of our show. And after any question, we could say that, reality is so complex.
Yeah. But since no one can grasp it, the only thing you can do is to escape to that kind of
relativism.
No. I would say relativism, but simply I guess comedy, joking is the only way that approximates this the reality.
And Ukraine is the living proof of that. Do you see how we're dealing with this war? We have so many memes. They've gone.
There's like a memes force, something like that. I mean, I guess these people get paid for producing memes each day.
So I'm naive thinking that it's folklore.
No, I think it is, but definitely there's also an info war going on, and I think memes play a big role here. So but still they are good, it's not like,
okay, bottom line is we're dealing with a lot of humor with this appalling situation.
I think it's totally unbearable. I mean, what's happening right now, even starting from outages and so on, and down to the massacres in Mariupol and other places, I think it's totally overwhelming if you take it like seriously, and that means for at the face value, I mean, for what it is, it's unimaginable, and that's why, well, it's again, but this is a psychological mechanism to deal with it,
coping.
Yes, but I think it could apply also to other areas. I mean, the world, in my mind, could be a better place if you weren't so serious, I mean,
so you use children as a perfect example of how you can deal with reality. You cannot, unfathomable for them because they're so young, with humor. You think children?
Yeah. Great point. I think, and if you look at the world leaders, certain world leaders, they are like kids, still. They are that serious,
And my children, actually, I have 2 boys, and they taught me that, if I'm not caught in my, rage when I enter their room, and if I actually listen to what they're saying and digest, that they often tell me that I make a mountain out of a molehill. And when I come down and I reflect, this is so true. Like, okay, this broken cup, is it so important that you want to ruin our relationship and ruin my day and my mood, stuff like that? and but unfortunately we do it every day, and we just force them into, we just make them adults, miserable adults who
But it's not what I know. But just like, I mean,
tantrums
these
over a
adults,
broken cup.
I agree, but we turn them into adults, these serious adults, you know,
Yes.
those wearing suit and tie, and you
Yeah.
know, and those who get down to business. Yes, for sure. But you know, you can. It's funny, but you can only detach yourself from that when something bad happens, like, you know, your kid gets sick, and suddenly, you know, playing this
Yes.
video game for 1 more hour. I mean, just do it, you know.
Yeah.
Just do it, you know, and don't think about it. You know, if you spend too much time playing games or doing something that normally would be banned, or you know, a source of certain you know, clash in the family.
And sometimes they ask me, you know, very legitimate question. Can you explain it to me why I have to do it right immediately, you know, the moment you tell me, like, what is it about this that it's so urgent? And I have no answer. And when I have no answer, I lash out because I said
just do what I
That's
say.
the only argument I have. And
Go
they're
to your
like,
room.
okay, but you know, it's unfair. I want to know.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I have a solid argument, then they do it, of course, because they understand the urgency or something like that. But very often there is none. And they know it.
Yeah.
And I know it.
This world is, and that's why
Sick.
you know, being serious, it, you know, turns you into a clown, and being a clown kind of, you know, I don't want to say makes you serious, but you know, I think it's a much better approach, you know, to you know, to laugh.
To life.
Yeah.
Approach to life.
To life. Yeah, approach to life, you know, not to be dead serious, like kids are. And I think that's once again, I'll repeat, you know, the whole thing about living an adult life is to be able to rise above, you know, the lack of milk in your bottle, you know.
And you know, actually, I lack of, no, it's too much. It's like existential need, you know, food. But I think women are much more serious about everything than men.
Absolutely.
We are drama queens, you know. How do you guys bear?
Yeah, this is true, but you know, there is more to it than just, you know, than you know, just a cliche or something. It's
don't tell me it's biologically, scientifically proven fact.
It's maybe culturally, you know, I think.
Cultural.
I mean, but biology has something to do with it for sure. But yeah, women are serious from day one, you know, when they are born, you know, they are born serious and they remain serious forever. Unlike men who
There's
are
no cure.
fooling around.
There's no cure for us.
Yeah. Is there actually, well, yeah, this is interesting, you know, this is interesting, but yeah, definitely women are more serious, you know, they pay attention to details, you know, and so
yeah, the clothes should be folded exactly this way, you know.
Yeah. All right, great. Thanks a lot. I guess we can put a full stop, you know. That was round one of
Play your sound
of our, yeah, let me play this, you know. Thanks a lot. That was great.
I'm sure our listens will skyrocket after this.
Yeah, I think, you know,
we'll have Joe Rogan listening our show.
Do you know what's coming now? Because
okay, I actually, okay, play your sound.
Round two. All right, great.
Oh, okay. The question occurred to me while you were discussing something, and I used the word idol and then said hero. Of course, there's a difference. What is the difference between an idol and a hero?
That's a great question, you know. Thanks.
Play
for asking.
applause, please. Play the sound.
All right, great question, Masha, you know. Thank you. Yeah,
I'll
play some more.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Cool. I love it.
fine. Again, it's this question is a difficult one.
Of course.
Let's define some things here.
Let's.
Yes, let me start with a hero. And basically a hero is a person who sacrifices his or her life for others. And okay, a disclaimer.
Can an animal be a hero? Because we have a national hero. It's a little dog.
Yes.
He finds mines. Does he sacrifice?
Great.
Does he know he's sacrificing?
Well, he's named a hero. He doesn't know about it. It doesn't know about it. The same. It reminds me of the Polish army had a bear during the Second World War. It was Bear Wojtek.
Wojtek.
And yeah, and it was a bear. Honestly, a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how they domesticated that bear. Yeah, tamed it. Yeah, but still, and the bear was extremely helpful too. Can't remember what was it actually doing, but there was a whole movie about it.
Scaring the shit out of Germans.
Yeah.
Let's stop. Okay.
Yes. But yeah, you're right. Great question. But I think it's our what is called a personification.
Yeah. For the sake of this discussion, okay, let's say it's.
I know that my mom, when she was young, she was ice skating. Mm-hmm. And wherever she went, she was always going with her dog.
Bear.
And no, it wasn't bear. It was a German
it's a
Shepherd.
Polish thing, Okay,
it was a German Shepherd, a very smart dog, And and once the ice collapsed, and she found herself in cold water.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog, seeing that, the dog actually positioned himself in a way that she could catch his tail,
Wow.
And it was so an amazing story, right? A dog performing really a heroic rescue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, heroic feat. But once again, the dog doesn't have.
Did the dog realize the danger?
Yeah, that's a great point. I don't think so. I mean, maybe, yeah. I mean, they sense danger. I mean, animals can sense danger, Like yesterday, I watched a movie.
Okay, did it realize the risk? The risk, not danger. Of course, he realizes the danger, but the risk.
Who knows?
But heroes. When you watch interviews with heroes, and usually it would be an ordinary person who happened to
save a baby from a fire.
Yeah. And when they didn't actually, stop and think, okay, what is the risk? Okay, it's 50%. Then I'll go. No.
Exactly. No one's doing it.
So in the way
first
they
you act,
behave
then you
like
think,
the dog.
It's like the Polish style.
Okay.
But but it's true. However, it's more about courage. I mean, courage is something that that you don't calculate, but you just do it. You just jump, or you save the person from falling or whatever. But I wanted to say that a hero. Let's maybe focus on the world of humans.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
For the sake of simplicity. I don't know actually about animals. I know that they always complicate stuff. If you ask, do animals have free time? Do animals, it's always like.
Okay, so it's a person who.
Yeah, it's a person who sacrifices their life to save others, or by sacrificing, maybe not like not losing life in an extreme case, yes, but putting their life at stake. So risking their life. They risk their life to save others. And I think the question is, could you be a hero for yourself, like by quitting smoking? Are you a hero because you quit smoking and you save, yourself a good few years of life?
But you don't risk anything. When you quit smoking,
you're right.
You don't risk.
Yeah, you're right. Well, but judging by how difficult it is, I don't know, because I was never a chain smoker, but knowing how difficult it is, or let's say to quit drugs, okay, something that's really, really difficult, and knowing how difficult it is, you could say that this was a heroic act, to stop taking drugs. It is.
No, it's very important that you don't do it for yourself. I think you do it for others. That's what made the so altruistic.
I'm just,
you would never call somebody a hero who quit drugs.
Except it's a Leroy Merlin commercial, because they say their slogan was "Be the hero in your own house," or of your own house, or something.
Yeah, but
like
you
that.
will be a hero for your wife and your family.
Yeah, exactly. You fix the shelf, that you were supposed to fix.
How little it takes these days, to become a hero and to be able to fix a shelf, change a light bulb.
You're a hero.
Jeez.
You're a hero. Yes.
Our standards,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 21st century again, Yes. But so yeah, you have to risk your life, do something extraordinary, like get into the house that is on fire, save someone, or jump from the bridge. Yeah, exactly. Or land a plane without wheels, that kind of stuff. I remember there was a case like that, and there was a flight from New York to Warsaw a good few years ago, and there was some kind of a malfunction, and they couldn't open the whatever's the name for that, the wheels, basically, they couldn't get them out, and so the pilot had to land without wheels, so imagine that.
Wow.
And since luckily that pilot had a lot of experience from flying gliders, and so he positioned the plane in a way that the passengers who were later questioned, they said, we didn't even feel there were no wheels. but
there's an interesting question. Of course, everybody probably calls him a hero, but he was actually saving his own life as well. He was on that
his
plane.
Own ass. Yeah, he was on that plane, true, but
a hero would be somebody who who understood that if I die, my death can save people, like this.
Ideally, yes, you're right.
Ideally,
you're right. Ideally, yes. So by being on that plane, you could say that you're saving your own ass.
Yeah.
Not really,
And it so happens that
250 other asses.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. But still, it counts. I guess it counts because it was thanks to the pilot that other people still live, and I think they call him their hero.
They do.
He was their only hope, and he delivered.
But actually, he's just a very good pilot.
Listen to this. I know it's you asking me, but now let's play some ping pong.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and imagine you're a rich person, and there's a kid that suffers from cancer, whatever, and needs very urgently a surgery, and that surgery costs
no. If I'm a very rich person, no, I'm not a hero.
Well, listen.
I know, sending money to this kid.
Yeah, you make a transfer, and that transfer saves life, and I mean it. It saves life. Now
you're missing a very important component, and we agreed that it should be there. Risking your life. I'm not risking anything. I'm just sending money.
But you risk poverty. No, you don't actually risk poverty. Yeah,
no.
You're right.
No.
Yeah. That's why it doesn't feel like you're a hero. However, it's if that was, again, if a poor family, well, the point is, I don't know, how could a poor family get $2 million in a short time? No, that doesn't make sense, but it makes a difference. I mean, because the effort that is required by a millionaire or billionaire is like nothing. It's I just click, it's transfer. Okay, let's click, and let's do it. I remember an ex-NBA player from Poland, Marcin Gortat, used to. He made a transfer like that. There was some kind of a donation, and he basically closed his donation by just clicking, like transferring something like can't remember, a lot of money, something that was like, wow, But since he could do that, maybe that was his moment of weakness. Who knows? He was sitting in front of the computer. He saw that particular donation, because there are plenty, but he saw this one and he clicked, finish.
No, I'm sorry, but I don't see anything heroic in this.
It's not
just
heroic.
a good. It's what any normal person would do.
Right. But I hope you agree that first it takes risking your life.
Yeah.
Your life, your health, your life, and doing it for others, not for yourself.
And maybe, even there is actually no risk to your life, but you don't realize it. You think that you are risking your life and you're willing to do that. That's important.
You're willing to do that, yes. But I wonder.
Okay, what about an idol?
Yeah, an idol. I'm trying just to think, if parents could be heroes for their children. They rarely are, right? I mean, maybe
no,
they're rather idols.
My dad is my hero.
Or an idol.
So they say hero, but they mean an idol.
But they mean idol, yeah. They say hero. That's why the question is great, because
often confuse
the meanings overlap. Yeah, the meanings overlap. We confuse it. We use it interchangeably. But an idol, in my mind, is simply a role model, a person you want to follow, you want to copy in a way, and that is your idol. And idols are usually celebrities, film actors, singers, that kind of people.
Nelson Mandela.
Public figures. Okay, politicians too. Yeah. Yeah, they could be idols. They grow, and popes and other.
One heroic feat will not make me an idol.
I mean, it's not even by making or doing something heroic that you become an idol. Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I mean, you can save a baby from fire, and then you're afraid to give an interview.
So it's about your personality, as a person as a whole. Sure. You're an idol. Yeah.
I mean, look at this. There's a player, Cristiano Ronaldo, who is an idol for many young boys who love football. Why don't I use Robert Lewandowski? It's our superstar, and he's an idol. Many boys and girls, I guess, want to play like him. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. So it's,
and it was not only one goal he scored.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing extremely well for many seasons, and just so you want to play like that. You copy his moves and his lifestyle. You don't drink Coke, you drink water. You do this thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he said so.
He said so.
Yeah, and you do it because he's your idol, and then you have posters on the wall, and so on. That's an idol. But once again, could Cristiano Ronaldo, or actually, is he actually some kind of a hero for Portugal? Maybe. I was just imagining. I can't remember. All the games.
Did he risk his life?
But listen, if he scores a goal in the World Cup final, the decisive goal in the the last minute of the game, 96, minute, and they actually win the World Cup, then he would be called the hero of the game. Or if there's a goalkeeper who saves a critical penalty, or something like that, something that's quite a feat, then you say it's a hero of the game.
It's a game.
All right, it's a game.
Nobody's lives are at risk, You're not saving anybody.
Nobody's lives, but you're saving your team from losing, So in that case, you are the hero who saved the team from losing. I know it's
so
not.
The essence of heroism is altruistic.
Altruistic behavior.
Nature.
I don't know what's altruistic about saving, the penalty. I mean, you do it because it's your job. But then again, but then again, it's not just because it's your job. No. You do it
think of your
extremely
team,
well.
yeah,
You
humiliation
think of
and stuff like this.
you save your ass too, you know. No, I'm kidding. But you know, in that, like, not every soldier is a hero, right? Or are they? No, they are. They call them heroes because, you know, the mere fact that you go out there with the gun and you know, and you are there, no matter if you you know.
Yeah, but very few, well, not very few, but not all, definitely get this. We have this hero of Ukraine, you know, it's a medal or something like this, and of course, it's a title. Not all of them get it just because they joined the army, you know.
But collectively, they are called heroes, our heroes.
Yeah, but to get this award, you need to do something heroic. You know, you save the whole unit by, you know, putting your life at even greater risk, greater than you would usually expect. So altruistic, I would say, when it's not only your ass, but some other asses.
Yeah, definitely. Like that. Yeah, definitely. But it's, then again, could that soldier be an idol? But the point is, wait, someone's out there speaking French. I hope, guys, my microphone doesn't catch it. But what I wanted to say is that hero is very often kind of anonymous or not really popular, because you do something heroic. You know, these soldiers that get the you know, these medals of recognition, you don't know their names, or maybe, you know, you quickly forget because, you know, it was just once, you know, and
it's much more difficult to become an idol. It takes consistency.
Yeah, consistency, you know, and also certain position that you're in the spotlight. That, I guess, unless you are someone's mom or dad, and you are a local, very local
idol.
Yeah, but I think it ends with teenage, you know, years. Then it's your arch enemy. Your idol turns into your enemy. But no, I'm kidding. But an idol definitely is someone who is who you like, for
look up to.
Who you look up to, exactly. Someone you like for God only knows what reason, because you could have idols that are controversial, you know, rock stars, drug takers, you know, and you know, and yeah, I mean, or take Marilyn Manson, for example. Strange, let's say, image, but it inspires people, you know. And so idol is about inspiring. Idol is about being out there and shining, but not necessarily through heroic deeds, right?
Not necessarily, no. And you can become a hero just because you're stupid. You don't even realize the risk of getting into a building which is on fire.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, not that extreme example, but yes, you can become a hero just because
accidental hero.
Yeah.
An accidental hero. Yeah. I don't think there's
when
an
you don't realize
idol.
the risk. No. Well, reality is difficult to grasp.
Yeah, it's difficult to grasp, you know. Let's it is, but
I think you
thanks
managed
a lot.
this time, you know.
All right, thanks a lot.
Very good answer. Let's give a round of applause.
Great. Let me play that, you know.
Yeah,
I deserve it.
Done.
I deserve it, people. Great. Fine. Masha, have we reached
I think we have
the tipping point
yeah
of this podcast? All right. Thanks a lot. That was Thinking Out Loud. Proper, exactly. That is, you know.
You know how many Thinking Out Loud podcasts there are out there? I'm sure they're all not proper.
They're not proper, exactly.
Of course.
You know, yeah. And I should actually put the in front of, you know, this is the.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Thanks a lot for listening to everyone. That was your daily or rather weekly dose of English input, let's call it like that. Let's
Let's
get
go down
on
to
that.
earth now. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that's what it is mainly, but I hope you had fun. And maybe you are going to use some of the phrases we use, like save someone's ass or other stuff.
I can't believe you actually had this phrase ready before.
No, I mean,
or is it every
yes.
podcast is something about ass or shit,
That's
Come
the way
on.
I am, Great.
Yeah, these words
Thanks
are
a lot.
sticky, as like you said. Sorry.
They're sticky, Great.
Otherwise.
Thanks a lot. Have a great week, and we hope to
see you next time, guys. See you next, or hear you. Well,
not even here. We don't hear these people, So
so what
we
can we say?
Get listened to next time. Fine.
So this was another episode of the Thinking Out Loud podcast. Stay tuned for the next one. Goodbye.